is, are you dreaming big enough? I want you to dream big and act bigger. You see, I want to have power. I want to be empowered. Suddenly, being empowered is a more positive word, because I want to make sure that I know my own values, my boundaries. I know what I want to achieve in life. Visible and invisible barriers are only a problem if you accept them as such. So a woman with a big dream also needs to have a plan, because without a plan, that dream is just a wish.
I love her confidence, I love her charisma, and her positivity and her brightness and her color and her lessons about life. You know, as a woman who's been through so much, it was really, really inspiring and really interesting.
I had 4 kids in 2 years. I wanted to be a businesswoman. I had no money. I had to think, how is this dream going to happen? If you actually start believing if something's important to you, just back yourself. Back yourself despite what other people say. Successful people are not held back by what other people say.
I would recommend that for everybody, because everybody should have a dream and everybody should back themselves. So I think she's awesome.
Even when it feels like everything's not going to work, they go, you know what? I'm going to make sure that this does work. I'm going to be positive despite, because it brings energy, it brings opportunity. And as soon as you actually get half glass empty, your vision will start failing. I encourage you to start making your dreams a reality in business and in life. Thank you. Hello and welcome everyone back to our Mindset Magic Summit. We've had some amazing speakers so far, and we are very excited to now introduce you to Pooja Bhatia. Welcome to the summit, Pooja.
Thank you so much, Annie. It's wonderful to be back here.
Oh, so great to have you back. We have Pooja is a member of Women's Biz Tribe. She is a regular now on our summit. She's also just been one of the co-authors of our recent book, A Woman's Guide to Business Domination. Oh my goodness, she's all over things that we are doing together, because we know that together we rise, and we love celebrating each other's growth and success. And a little bit about Pooja. She has 16 years of experience managing and commercializing IP. So she has serious knowledge that I don't have. Hence, I refer out to her when I've got some needs. She has helped transfer 65 plus technologies in her career, and she's been responsible for setting up and running technology transfer offices as a chief manager. She's all about heading up IP and technology transfer she also manages a portfolio of 900 plus patents. It's a whole world of expertise, but really essential for all of those startups, entrepreneurs who get themselves all excited about what they're creating and then go, oh, I hope it's all safe. So I've had those conversations myself with Pooja, and she is just a blessing to those of us doing business and wanting to do it in a really safe, forward way that's going to protect all of us in the future. So welcome to the summit, Pooja, and I would love to hand it over to you. What would you love to share with us today?
Thank you so much, Annie. I would be, talking about how mindset shift is going to help everybody. But first of all, hi, hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whichever time zone you are in. And I hope you all are doing well. Though it's late, we are already into January, but yet I would like to wish you all a very happy new year. I hope you have had a fantastic start and the year is going to be a great one. Now, since the first month of the new year is about to end, we are just left with um, 2 days. So, the plans for the new year, what you plan to do personally, professionally, must have been planned out. Everything would be set in place, in stone. But do you still feel that you can't achieve what you wish for? Are you stuck in a particular situation and want to move ahead but are unable to do it? Are you unhappy or happy with your plan? Well, in any of these scenarios, if you wish to change this situation, there's a need for mindset shift from negativity to positivity. Now tell me, what is a mindset? I'm sure you must be hearing this for quite a while, but what exactly is it? Any guesses? Well, I'm just kidding. I'm sure you do. But let's start with a definition just to set the stone for this particular session. A mindset is a belief, an attitude, an inclination that we follow. It is the way we handle a particular situation or react to it. We can either be an ugly duckling and miss the opportunities that come our way and stay sad, or, discover our strengths, become a swan, and be happy. The ugly duckling was influenced by the hearsay, as others kept pointing out to her that she was a duckling and that too an ugly one. So, unless and until she had not seen her own reflection, I don't think so she would have realized what a beautiful swan she was. So, let's become a swan, not an ugly duckling. But in order to do that, it is very essential that, we assess and evaluate ourselves to empower ourselves. I'm an introvert. Given the option, I would like to prefer to keep to myself. However, now you can see I'm a speaker. I'm a host. I host women entrepreneurs, innovators, and experts on my platform called as Dhwani. I try to make them and myself comfortable. I have identified what are my key strengths and worked on my weaknesses to be in a position to handle any situation that may arise. But mind you, I'm still learning. The process goes on, it never ends. You have to learn and learn. But one thing I have realized is that if you speak to the guest beforehand, it helps in um, reaching out to each other and achieving a particular comfort level that ensures that both sides are ready to roll smoothly. I take care of answering all their questions even at the last moment so that um, any of our conversations go on smoothly. Now, the changes that we want to implement are changes, right? And sometimes it's very difficult to accept them. So remember that whatever changes you wish to implement in your life, it needs to be introduced slowly so that they become steady like a tortoise and win the race. Rome wasn't created in a day. So take it slow, one step at a time. I'm sure you must be thinking, what changes could one make? You could maybe change the way you have been working. You could become an ant, plan ahead, and not feel like the grasshopper who ended up having no leaves to feed on. If you remember the ant and the grasshopper story, the ant had actually worked hard to accumulate the provisions for the winter, while the grasshopper was just enjoying the sunshine and music. In the end, it was the ant who had the food, and she was the one who shared it with the grasshopper. So let's become the ant and not the grasshopper. Planning is very critical. It is important. It helps you in saving time, but it also helps you in setting the tone of your day and week. You know prior hand that what you're going to do on a particular day. So while you are planning, say for your day or for the week, do remember to include some exclusive me time for yourself. Start with 1 hour me time. It could be, you know, a, a chunk of 1 hour together, or you could distribute it throughout the day. I have split my 1 hour into 30 minutes for morning and for the night time. I usually read books, watch TV, meditate, apply face packs, and sip masala milk. This helps me in setting my tone for the day and in winding down after a long day. If you have your inner happiness, you can take care of many things and will always think more positively. But then you need to practice and re-practice the schedule that you create for you, the beliefs that you create for you. I am not sure if you have heard the story of Thirsty Crow, who wanted to actually have water, and he founded a pot which had water but the level was quite low. So he first assessed the situation, decided to throw few stones in the pot to see if the water rises, which did, and then he added more before he could quench his thirst. Thus, every plan that is made needs to be remade, adjusted, and strategized accordingly. So, every night before I sleep, I recheck whatever I planned or penned down for the next day, and if there are any changes that are required. Because with me, the situation changes each day. So, my plan, whatever I have decided for each day, also changes, and adjustments are sometimes required. Now, sometimes few of these strategies do fail. Some would work, some would not work. But do not let such a thing disturb or distract you. Stay motivated. Pick up the threads where you have left and move on. Even if it is a bad day, just tell yourself, this is just one day. Tomorrow would be better. Now, I'm sure you all would be thinking, why am I citing fairy tales and stories? You have guessed it right. I'm a mother to a toddler. I read the same story 5 or more times a day, every day. It isn't that just one particular day, every day. I play with her, I jump, cry with her. I learn what her new words mean. Each day I dread. Now she can read the shelves. Her favorite food is no longer her favorite. So these are some of the challenges that I face. I listen to women entrepreneurs and innovators sharing their journey of how they created their ventures. How did they deal with personal and professional challenges as a host for Dhwani? I also look for funding schemes, calls, and opportunities, which I curate specially for my platform called as Supply. And I write a newsletter covering my journey as an IP and licensing professional and as a mother. Last but not the least, I help entrepreneurs in protecting and effectively managing their IP. Wow, I do have a lot on my plate. Let me share the secret. How do I do it? Well, how did I was in a position to do all of this was by simply changing my mindset from I can't do it to, I can do it. And by implementing three things in my life, I created convictions that were according to me, that suited me. So, one is creating convictions and beliefs that are in sync with our beliefs and, attitude and our way of thinking. Formulate them, follow them. Yes, you would need to revisit and see what works and what doesn't work. The other thing that I did was micro planning. So I planned literally for everything, be it for work, be it for cooking, or be it, creating a schedule for my own daughter to see what is she going to do. When are we going to take the break? When are we going to have our food? So everything is planned out. I have individual slots for all the things that I'm doing. Um, if the mornings are blocked for Dhwani or any of the client work, then in the evenings I would focus on other areas that I'm working on. And um, I generally keep my weekends for writing because it's more peaceful at that time, and also family time because it's the only the weekend when my husband is at home, so we three could spend time together. And that is very also important for me to create memories and stay happy and fit. Among all this, I do exercise, and, and that is also essential. So, but then even for that, I have planned the time. So I do believe in micro planning, deciding everything beforehand, even including what recipes I want to search, and ensure those are already there with me before I start cooking the food and deciding what I would be eating on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or any day of the week. Last but not the least is taking care of myself because um, there was a time when I used to push things that I could take care of it later. But slowly and slowly, it did make me realize that those things, lack of those things, are actually making me more irritated. And, I wasn't quite happy about few things. So I plan to change that. Now I do take care of myself, and I do remember Annie posting something about face packs, you know. So once I saw that, I suddenly remember I have a face pack packet with me, and I opened it up and applied. So thanks to Annie for reminding me about doing such small things which could actually help in taking care of yourself and ensuring that you stay happy. There are also three beliefs that I have created for myself. Maybe you could also follow them, but then you will have to practice it. The first thing that I created was faith. Start your day by saying that you can do it. So I keep the day, as soon as I wake up, start my day by telling myself that I can do it. The other thing is appreciation. Nobody is going to appreciate the work you have done because it is you who understand what you have been through. What did you achieve? What did you not achieve? So rather than waiting appreciation coming up from somebody else, appreciate yourself. End your day by saying thanks for the wonderful day, appreciating whatever work you have done. Even if your task list is not complete, you have just completed one thing out of the list for that particular day. Still try to appreciate yourself because you have completed at least one thing. Plan, plan, plan. So the more you plan, the better comfortable your life would be because you would know what exactly you would be doing on each day, where you are heading on, and you would stop, procrastinating about things. So the key to success is to plan. Now, every once in a while, everyone loses motivation. That is not something new. Everyone needs a person who keeps motivating them so that you can continue doing what you are doing. Also, to sharpen your newly found beliefs, what you can do is maybe look for coaches. If nothing else, nothing comes to your mind, do get in touch with Annie. She's a wonderful coach. I have heard her working with people. I have attended her sessions. These are wonderful. You could also become a part of the Women Biz tribe and meet other women who are or have been in a similar situation to keep you on track. So now, even when you become members of such um, groups, you meet more people, you network, you learn from them, you learn to know what exactly is happening in their life. How do they manage a particular situation? You get to learn, and sometimes you could adapt some of their strategies. So when I hear to the new women entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs who have young kids, I really feel motivated and inspired by their story, how they have managed the entire process. And then I tell myself, if they can do it, I can also give it a try. So it's very critical to become part of such groups, not just for networking and connections, but also for learning and be part of your own kind. So do try to become a member of the Women Biz Tribe or any other group that you would feel to would like to be in. But yes, do get in touch with Annie. Sometimes such groups also help you in getting other opportunities. For instance, since I was part of the group, I got the opportunity to be the author on the book Women's Guide to Business Domination. So you do get such opportunities. You get opportunities to speak, and you also get opportunities to connect with people. Annie has a wonderful group. I had connected with few of the people, and it's really nice how each one of them boost you. So, do think about all these points. How would you like to, move ahead? But at the end of the day, whatever convictions you are creating, please create those which you know you would follow, and which are in sync with you. And appreciate yourself. Take care of yourself. Have a me time for yourself for sure, because that is going to help you. And plan the day ahead. Let me know if you try any of these tips and suggestions, and how did you succeed. Annie, do you have any particular tips or suggestions to share? Because I have always seen you talking about self-care. I really like that post of yours where you had, applied the mask, and it was so
Remember my
inspiring.
mask. For those watching and who missed my post, I had a beautiful, like, it was black. It was a full on rip out whatever's in my, it had settled there for a while, and I was out there in the garden, and my husband took a photo of me laughing at me, going, "What are you doing?" I went, "Self care. It was the act of doing it, and I must admit, your skin is glowing, Pooja." But it's also just the time, it's the attention, it's the time out, right? And I think so
Yeah,
much of I love what you share about, although some people will go, "Oh, I don't have time to do all that planning," you go, "Oh my goodness, once you get the planning, so much is rinse and repeat, right? Once you actually think about how you want to plan your time, plan your day, and put in there, ladies, I cannot highlight it enough. We've all neglected it. I've neglected it so much through my earlier years of just self-love, self-care. I love that
yeah,
you've got that gratitude in there. It seriously changes your life, and you don't miss anything. The biggest fear is, "Oh, I don't have time, or I'll miss out. I have to do." Seriously, the world does not fall over, and you still manage to still do everything on your list, right? So, or do what is necessary. Sometimes our lists are ridiculously overpacked. They're not
true.
realistic. So I'm a big fan of what you said, Pooja, of that you plan it the night before. You don't plan it on the morning, because on the morning you've already got yourself started, things are happening, you're already in the busy. It's the end of the day where you actually go, right, let's just really settle, have that time of gratitude, have that time to relax, and then go, right, little pen next to you, or adjust your little calendar. I'm all digital. What do I actually want? What do I believe that's appropriate? And I'll triage my priority or my time a little bit, but I'll have certain things that are not negotiable. Right. I love
Yeah,
to actually think, what is not negotiable? That's right. I love the way you focus. I have my exercise time, or my family time, my me time, my Facebook time, whatever. And we'll all have a different percentage on that. We'll also have a time allocation, because we're all different, right? I had 5 kids. So for me to adjust time with each individual child, plus our date night for my hubby, plus, you know, my work time, my trying to catch up with friends. It was like a
Yeah.
highly highly triaged situation for a good decade or more in there, and that's okay, because that's what it takes. I love what you said. Don't look over. That beautiful ugly duckling was beautiful, and just kind of in their own selves. They only think they're not beautiful when they suddenly look left or right, and don't and think they're different. I think we're all unique. We need to balance our time, our efforts, our energy. And you are a classic example of that. I love it. Here you are, this incredible, intelligent, professional woman doing all of these amazing things, adding such value to people in their businesses, because and using your skill and your expertise that we don't have, and then still able to then be able to go, right, but I have to do that around valuing myself and my child, and your home life and your hobbies. And is it easy, Pooja? No, it's often not, right?
No,
Let's
it's
be
not.
honest. Yeah.
It's sometimes difficult because when you have already planned out the day, so why do I plan a day before, or a week? I plan out my week beforehand, and each day I kind of revisit, because in the morning I know there's only 2 hours slot before she wakes up.
Yeah.
So I just have those 2 hours to use. So I have to use them wisely. So I kind of, pre-check a night before and decide what is it that I'm going to exactly do in those 2 hours.
Yes.
But
Exactly.
sometimes I don't have those whole 2 hours because she would, wake up early, or there would be she's not well, so you have to be with her. So then,
Mm.
but these are some challenges that you have to take care. I mean, and still,
Exactly. It was just that.
remake your plan.
Well, but the great thing is, if you do, 90%, 80%, sometimes 10%, it's just a bad day. You've woken up with a headache, you had a cup of tea, you've kind of done a few little things, and then suddenly Bubby's awake, and then you're off and going. But you know what? It is 10% that you did do. And I love what you actually said through there. And I was taking some notes too, that actually waking up, you go, I can do certain things. I might not do everything, but I certainly can do some things. That 1% better every day principle is like, and usually it's just so much more that you
Yeah.
actually do. And having that appreciation, that's right. I have the ability to do that. I am doing certain things. I am thankful of the things that I've achieved, or that I'm blessed with, or that I have the opportunity to be part of. It really does change your mindset. And I think often, when particularly when those mums, with littlies, it's often that you feel like I don't have enough time. I won't get to all the things on my list. And
Yeah.
my advice, and I'm sure I'd love to hear your thoughts, is that you just do what you can. You don't worry about what you can't. You do what you can, and you're intentional, and you try and be a bit kind on yourself of what's actually appropriate, because you want to be present when your daughter wakes up. You want to be there and thrilled to see her, not, oh, you've woken up an hour early. It's it does
Yeah.
affect the whole way that you then approach the rest of the day, don't you find?
Yeah, because see, if I can be angry the entire day, right? She woke up 1 hour earlier and I couldn't do certain things, or I could just happily spend the time that I have with her, and then maybe try to squeeze in some time later on when she's busy and she can self play.
Mm.
So you would need to kind of practice to ensure that you stay happy. Happiness is something that you also need to practice uh, if you want to stay happy. If you keep thinking about what you have not done, you're not going to enjoy the moment that you are in. So you're missing that also. Later on, then you will be thinking, oh, so now I haven't done my work and I didn't even enjoy the time that I had with my daughter. So rather than, keep thinking about XYZ, you rather be in that particular moment and do what you're doing and whatever you can do.
Exactly, exactly. And I think that's a great way to finish up. And definitely, those watching, please write your questions that you'd love to ask myself or to Pooja. We would love to respond after this this summit, or after this live, because we would love to engage with you. We'd love you even to come on over to the tribe. You can meet myself, you can meet Pooja, you can meet women from around the globe. All of you attending this summit are given a free trial to start anyway. So it's just so easy to be able to reach out, because we know there's principles that we've shared here today, and Pooja's been very clear about plan, be organized, be intentional with your actions. Try it, but that's going to be different for all of you. So some of you might even need to go tell us your situation and go, okay, well, this is my reality. How do I even claim a little bit of time, a little bit of me time, a little bit of organizing? Do I need help with my organizing? How do I actually approach days so that I don't feel like I'm always negative? How do I even turn that into a journey? That sometimes things are easier when you're in a different stage of life, but we appreciate that a lot of it is really challenging, but we know that you can always do something. So come along, come and meet us and ask any questions that you would like. And we look forward to meeting so many of you, and definitely start with those principles. I like a bit of an ant and a bit of a grasshopper. I like being in the moment because I'm a fun kind of party girl. Like I love being in the moment, but you've also got to squirrel it away, right? You've also got to balance. It's all about the balance. It's about saying, be there in the moment, have fun, enjoy the experience, be fully committed, but also free up in that time management. We can't escape it, that we actually have to be able to then go, okay, well, what foundations are we laying? Because we're wanting that fun to continue. We're wanting to reap the benefits financially from our own safety, security, enjoyment. I love the way that you start with just happiness. Am I happy? I know sometimes we overanalyze. We go, are we actually happy? If not, why not? That was a very good place to start this presentation today, because I think sometimes we're too complex, trying to get too deep. And it's like, okay, what's going to bring out that happiness, and start from there. So thank you so much for sharing with us, Pooja. Our time has gone very, very quickly, and we love you being part of our community, and we love your wisdom. For those of you who haven't got a copy yet, definitely get a woman's guide. Oh, hang on, let me get it on the screen there. Oh, you're getting my virtual. A Woman's Guide to Business Domination. You would definitely love all of the 18 chapters in there, but definitely you will love Pooja's. And so, give us some feedback on that as well. So thanks for sharing with us today.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful to be here.
Hello and welcome. My name is Annie Gibbins, founder and CEO of Women's Biz Global. As a woman, a career executive and mum of 5, I know that becoming successful in a modern day society, it can be extremely difficult and challenging. The requirements of career and business success are often overwhelming, especially when you have competing priorities like family. But that does not mean that you can't be extraordinary. At Women's Biz Global, our goal is to educate, motivate, and elevate women so that they can have the freedom to live a life they love. It doesn't matter what your current status or position is. Your empowered future starts now. Whether you're a startup or a scale-up, or you're juggling business, life, career, family, everything, we will teach you how to dominate in your niche area without the stress and overwhelm that comes from wasting time and money and energy. We will equip you to achieve success, balance, and happiness on your terms. We invite you to join Women's Biz Tribe. Start by attending Women's Biz events and enjoy the benefit of interacting with like-minded women from around the globe who are choosing to unapologetically play a bigger game. Women's Biz Coaching offers a variety of programs that may suit your needs. We have boot camps and webinars, online structured programs and incubators. They're all designed to help grow your personal and professional brand, confidence and support framework. Women's Biz Media will help you discover extraordinary women via our podcast, Memoirs of Successful Women. and reach 12 million potential readers via Women's Biz magazine. Women's Biz Publishing will take all the pain away from getting your voice and message out into the world. Your brand value will literally skyrocket overnight. And if you would prefer to access our consulting services, I will personally ensure high value solutions are provided to meet your specific needs, to time, to budget, and all with a beaming smile. Finally, get to know our affiliate partners and learn how you might like to become one yourself. Women's Biz Global is the support network that will fast track your journey to success. So what are you waiting for? Be unapologetically you. Women's Biz Global, helping women succeed in business and life.